color a book, color a page that has books in the image. Okay, so again, now I'm going to run you through all my options. In Karen's book, Fairy and Fantasy 2, we have one picture here where there are a few books and the polar bear is reading a book. So that's another option for you from Christine Karen. Then in Creative Haven, Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge, we have 2 pages here with a book. So we've got a book up here, and we have this one here with the book as well. Not sure how sensible it is to have a mug of hot drink on top of a book, but anyway, so that's 2 options there. In Tatia Bogema's Nice Little Town 6, we have 2 options. This page here with the school teacher and all the school books. We also have this page here where the choir, or there's a performance going on and there's a music book. So it could either be sheet music or music book, depending on how you want to look at it. And then we have this lovely page here with all these beautiful books. So that is in Nice Little Town 6. In Clara Markova's book Magical Delights, there is 1 page here with books, and it's this page. So there's a Clara Markova option for you. Then we have Romantic Country by Erie. There are a few pages in here with books in them. So going from the back to the front, let me just move these books out the way. It's getting a bit tall here. So we have this beautiful double page spread. You've got books over here on this page. Then you have this book, Library. I would say that's the library. I think there are a few more as well, so just bear with me while I try quickly find them. Here there are some books down here on this double page spread, so there's another option for you. This page here, just trying to quickly move through this. I think that might be all of them. Yeah, so that's all my suggestions in Romantic Country by Erie, the second tale. Next, in Mythographic Magical Earth, we have 1 picture here, which is this one. Also very beautiful and all filled with books. So there's a mythographic option for you. In Mythographic Paradise, we have 1 page, and it's this one, all filled with beautiful books. Then we have Mythographic Frozen Fantasies, and in this book we have 1 page with books, and it is this one. So because it's Frozen Fantasies, you could create a very muted colors here, and you would have your cool colors. So yeah, that's Mythographic Frozen Fantasies by Fabiana Atanasio. Then in Main Race Dirt Europa, there are a few options. Here at the end, on this page, you have some books. Then on here, you have a few books over here. There's a few colored books, so maybe a coloring book, but you know, it's a book. On here, you've got a book. Then over here, you've got a whole lot of books on travel books and planning. So those are a couple of options in Rita Berman's My Travel Through Europe. Next, we have My Travel Through Asia by Rita Berman. And there are, as always, a few beautiful pages in here with books in them. So here we've got a book. Here is a whole collection of books. Here are some more books, and on the side as well. So you've got some travel books going through there. Here's a book. A few books over here. So at least one there. So that gives you a few options in Rita Berman's latest book. Here we've got another one here. So a journal, an art journal maybe, or a travel journal. Here you've got a whole lot of books in the apartment. So yeah, those are some options for you in Rita Berman's latest book, Main Race Dutch Asian, or My Travel Through Asia. Then in Christmas Gnome Special, there are a couple here, and this has various artists, so I'll let you know the artists. This one here is by the Whimsical Art Witch. There were a couple here by Chapmitten, so there's a few books in his suitcase or his backpack. There's one further here. He's reading his book. He's got a pile of books on either side. And then I saw some in the Mariola Budek pages. So here you've got the gnomes singing Christmas carols out of their caroling book. And I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one I saw. So those are a couple of options if you want to do Christmas pages and books at the same time. In Escape to Wonderland, a coloring book by Good Wives and Warriors, we have this first page. It's got quite a few books. I'm not sure if there's any more, so let's have a quick scan. I wouldn't expect there to be a lot of books in this particular coloring book. Alice in Wonderland doesn't lend itself to a lot of books. It's more cards. But you never know. Yeah, so it's just that one page in this book. So you just have this page here in Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors. In Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett, there are 3 pages with books. This fairy book here, this one here, and this one. So those are 3 options for you in Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. In Creative Haven's Country Gardens by Teresa Goodridge, we have a couple of pages here with a book. There's one book on the chair, and then here we have a whole lot of gardening books. So that will cover country gardens. To be honest, there's been a lot more books in Teresa Goodrich pages than I expected, considering they're quite theme-based and landscape. So it's been quite a pleasant surprise. In Jasmine Beckett Griffith coloring book, a fantasy art adventure, I have got two options for you with the book. This one here, she's busy reading the book, so you could add in writing on those pages if you like. And then here with the skeleton magic, I'm presuming she's reading a spell book of sorts. So, oh, sorry guys, let me zoom you out so you can actually see. So there's the second page, and then there was another one earlier which I showed and you probably saw. Okay, and there's this page. So those are two options for you out of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's coloring book. In Reptiloids coloring book by Vasil Seiko, we've got two pictures. This one here, and then this one here. So that's two other options for you in a more pocket-sized book. In Kanoka Igusa's Symphony of Cute Animals, we have a couple of pages here, namely this one. You've got a couple of books in the landscape. Oh, no, sorry, not the landscape, in this sort of page. I don't even know what you call that style. And then over here, we have again another cup resting on a book, and this side you've got a whole load of books on a bookshelf. So that's a really good picture. So that is in Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoka Igusa. In Kanoka Igusa's Garden of Fairy Tale Animals, we have a few pages in here. We have this page, basically a little garden coming out of a book. Then we have on this side of the double page spread a whole lot of books here. And then on this double page spread, if I just zoom you out a little bit more, you can see, excuse my coffee mug, there are a series of books in here as well. So those are some options in Garden of Fairy Tale Animals or Rhapsody in the Forest. And then in Kingdom of Curious Creatures or Menuet Debonair by Kanoka Igusa, there are some pages here. So we have this page, and it's got books down here at the bottom. On this side here, you've got the children reading books. And then you've got books in their shelves, books on the side here. I'll just quickly see if there's a few more. I know there's at least one more because it's one of my whips. So here you've got the mommy cat reading a bedtime story to her kittens. And I think that is all of the pages with books in them. Yeah. Okay, so that is it for books. So let's come back to the last bits of our checklist. So we've gone and spoken about coloring a page that has books in the image. So now we're going on to color an ocean scene. And again, the options are going to be quite endless. So I will show you the options you have. So first up is April's Forest Girl coloring book. And in here we have one page that's an ocean scene, and it's this one. Then we have Kanoke Goose's Garden of Fairy Tale Animals, or Rhapsody in the Forest, and there's one in here. And it's this double page spread. Then in Kanoke Goose's Kingdom of Curious Creatures, we have one somewhere here. And it's these mermaid cats surrounded with jellyfish and fish of all sorts. Some coral at the bottom. So yeah, that's another option. Of course, we have Colouring Heaven's Mermaid Special with designs by Anastasia Ellie Caldereva, and I'd say you could pick just about any, not quite anyone, but you'd have a good selection of pictures in here. You've got an ocean scene above and below the water, so a lot of these pages are under the water. I would probably look more for pages with, like this one where you've got the plants, the animal life, or this one where it's really under, not so much above this one. So yeah, there are many options in here. Then in Fragile World, there are a couple here as well. So I'm just going to look at the back. All right, we'll just go from the back. So here you've got this page. It's a lovely double page spread. You've got underneath the ocean as well. This is very much an ocean scene. You've got the porpoises, so this would be more the surface of the ocean. This one, the narwhals, I would say that's an ocean scene because it is out at sea, even though it's not underneath the ocean, it is still ocean. I think there's a little bit of interpretation here. I would research this one, I'm not sure about that one. So there is a bit of room for interpretation to establish, you know, exactly what is meant by an ocean scene. You've got the manatees here, that's very much under the water. The humpbacked whales, I think these are humpbacked whales. I think that would count. Here you've got the whale shark and one of these turtles. Both would count. No, I wouldn't do the elephant seals because they're on land, they're not at sea. Maybe this one. You just have to check if this is a saltwater crocodile or a different type of crocodile, because if it's saltwater then it would count as ocean. If it's more of a river then it wouldn't count. Here, this one would count very much so. And the sharks. Maybe the polar bear, it is an ocean. And I think that would be it, or if you really wanted to, you could do one of these. I would count them personally. So yeah, so those are options in Fragile World. Then in Goddesses, again, depending on how you interpret an ocean scene, there are a couple here. Just have to find them again. So here you've got Aphrodite. She's surrounded by the ocean, fish. Out of all the options, I would say that one is probably the best. There was one more I saw, possibly this one, but I'm not 100% sure. So those are two options for you out of Marty Noble's Goddesses. Mythographic Voyage. I'm just going again from the back of the book because it's just easier to quickly scan through. This one, I think that would be a lovely picture. It is very ocean focused. I think it all depends on context, you know. Here again, this one, because you've got under the ocean and she's in a bottle. Yeah, maybe this one, because manta rays do live in the ocean. So you could try and see if it would work for you. It depends on how clear-cut you want it to be. This one also would work sailing out at sea. So again, ocean focused. I think that is all the options, yeah. So that's what I would suggest for Mythographic Voyage by Joseph Kattenbane. Next up we have Circle of Life by Melpomene Chatsapanagouti. And there are a few in here that work really well. So again, I'm just going to go from the back. It just helps me page through very quickly. Now I did scan already, so there definitely are some in here. Okay, so here you have the narwhals and the killer whale with some jellyfish, so this one would work. Here with the octopus, I would say that would also count. Potentially this one, although that's sailing more on top of the ocean than under the ocean, but again, it's up to interpretation. The turtle page, the seahorse page would work. You also have this page here. I wouldn't do the nautilus per se because it's not underwater. I mean, you want to really make sure you've got that ocean look. So either the waves or underneath the water kind of look to it. So I would recommend this page. And even this conch shell here, I would recommend because you've got the bubbles, you've got all the coral and the seaweed. So it really adds to that perspective of it being an ocean scene. And yeah, I wouldn't do that page personally. I think that was all the ones that I found. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, here, you could do the jellyfish and the whales by the lighthouse. And the lighthouse would count as a building or architecture as well. There's this double page spread. It would work really well. Here you've got this one where the boat is sailing out at sea, but you've also got underneath the ocean as well. And that is all of the suggestions. So that is Circle of Life by Melpomene Chatsapanagouti. In Mythographic Magical Earth, the best page I found to represent an ocean scene would possibly be this one. Again, it is a fantasy take on it, but yeah, it is more of an ocean scene than any of the other ones. In Aries Romantic Country, the second tale, there are a couple of pages in here. Not too many, but there is at least one. So here it's a double page spread and you have the mermaids underneath the ocean. So maybe that one, a bit of a question mark there. Here you've got the shipwreck. So this one might be more of an ocean scene than the mermaid one. So this one might be a better option for you. Yeah, I think that's the only ones in Aries books. Yeah, so that's my recommendation out of Romantic Country, the second tale. In Rita Berman's Main Race Dutch Asian, there's one page here I would recommend, and it's this one. It's got a lot of ocean elements attached to it. You've got the whale, the fish, the waves, and the boat traveling. So although not a classic ocean scene, it has a lot of ocean elements in it. So my understanding, and I would consider it. So that is one recommendation in Rita Berman's Main Race Dutch Asian, or My Travel Through Europe. Sorry, not Europe, My Travel Through Asia. In My Travel Through Europe, there is one page in here that really came to mind when I saw the ocean scene, and it is this one. You've got the person scuba diving. So I think that would work really, really well. So I would suggest that one out of My Travel Through Europe by Rita Berman. In Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors, there were a couple in here. So you've got this one here, just a bit of an oceany feel to it. This one with the jellyfish. Even this one, or either of these two pages, although this might be a bit more fish. Especially this one, I think, is you under the ocean. Yeah. So those would be my recommendations out of Escape to Wonderland by Good Wives and Warriors. In Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett, I have one suggestion, and it is this page. The gnome is out at sea, very calm ocean, and then you've got the mermaid coming up to have a look, and all the fish. So a nice sweet little take on it. And if you do it in May, you could tick it off as Mermaid. So two birds in one stone. So that's Gnomes in the Neighborhood by Denise Klett. In Drommenwanger by Tomislav Tomic, I have a few suggestions. There is this double page spread here, very much an ocean scene, very ocean feel to it, even with the mermaids. Then you have this one again with mermaids and a beautiful sea dragon and fish. So yes, a lot of hard work, or slow work I should say, but some of them would look really, really beautiful in the end. Then we have this single page here, also quite oceany, and then either of these two pages potentially, depending how you interpret it. I mean, this might be more building and an ocean scene combined. This is maybe a bit more fish focused. So yeah, see how you interpret an ocean scene. But that is my recommendations out of Drommenwanger by Tomislav Tomic. Then we have Jasmine Beckett Griffith's colouring book. Now, if you interpret the challenge colour an ocean scene to mean there's an ocean landscape or an ocean in the background, these might be some options for you, in which case you have Private Polly with turbulent ocean behind her. Then you also have Captain Molly Morgan, which is maybe a bit more of a beach scene, depending on how you colour it. But again, you do have the ocean. Then we have this one here with the sea beacon. So again, ship in the distance and very ocean waves, so surface ocean. I think there was one more. And then you've got the mermaid eclipse. Again, ocean background and a mermaid. So yeah, those are some suggestions in Jasmine Beckett Griffith colouring book. In Mythographic Paradise, there are two pages that you could work for an ocean scene, and that is the dolphins page here. Or you could do the seahorse, which is more of an underwater view, and then you've got the shells and some seaweed. So that is another option for you. And that is all I can think of out of my coloring book collection for an ocean scene. So next on we have number 46, color an owl. So I'll show you what I have as far as suggestions goes. Okay, so I've got a whole pile here with books, all with owls in them. Next up we have Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Igusa, and I found 2 pages in here with owls in them. So you have this double page spread here with an owl over here, and then another page is this one. And I think that's in autumnal colors with like a blue door, would look really, really lovely. So that is Rhapsody in the Forest or Garden of Fairy Tale Animals by Kanoko Igusa. Next up by Kanoko Igusa is Kingdom of Curious Creatures. And again, I found about 2 pages here. So you've got this page here with the 3 owls. And then on this double page spread, no, not this double page spread, on this page you have the owl up here. So that's 2 options there. Next up is Fragile World by Kirby Rosanes, and here is 1 page with owls in them, and it is this one. Then we have Goddesses by Marty Noble, and I did find a couple of owls in here. So in the front here we have the owl here with the Celtic goddess Arianrhod. And then we also have one over here with the Greek goddess Athena. So that's 2 options for you in Goddesses by Marty Noble. In Circle of Life by Malpamini Chatsapanagoti, we have, I think it was just the 1 page, which is this one. In Magical Earth, Mythographic Magical Earth, I did find, I think it was 1 in here. And I have to go through all my tags now. There you go. So we have this lovely page here with an owl in it. It's also very, very beautiful. In Aries Romantic Country, the second tale, there is 1 page, and it is this one. It's a lovely, beautiful page here. Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. I found 1 page, which is this one. So a lovely, lovely owl option for you. In Goddesses and Goddesses Special Coloring Heaven book by Jash Lee, there was 1 page, and it is this one. So the goddess Nyx with all these owls in the background. In Twilight Garden, I found 1 page, and Twilight Garden is by Maria Trolle, and so I found this owl here. So a lovely, lovely page to work on. Again, you could also mix it with, you could do an autumnal palette, and you could bring in your mushrooms. So you could tick off a couple of the challenges just on this page. Die Welt unter der Lupe Zulandi by Rita Berman. It has several owls in this book as well. So on this double page spread, we have an owl here. Then there's an owl on this page here. So over here, I think, yeah, this is also a double page spread with your owl in the corner over there. Then here on this double page spread, there's another owl. And then here, another double, I think it's a double page spread. Yeah, it might be another double page spread. You've got an owl over there. So those are some options for you here. And then this double page spread has another owl up here. So that are all the owls by in Rita Berman's Die Welt unter der Lupe Zulandi coloring book. Then I brought out my Anastasia Eli Caldereva books, and in Mysteria there are 2 pages with owls. So you have this lovely portrait here, and I think that's a tawny owl or a barn owl. And then we've got this one here, and you've got this owl over here. So again, another lovely, beautiful portrait to color in with an owl. Carrying on with Anastasia Eli Caldereva's books, Marantine has 1 page with an owl, and it's actually 3 owls. Also very, very beautiful page. Something really easy and simple to color in, but you know, depending on how you color it, could take a while or it could be a bit quicker. Then I have some owls in Gracia Salva book. I think it's just 1. I didn't tag this one. If we look in the index, actually we might get a bit better. So in page 4 has an owl. I think it's just this one. So you've got an eagle owl. Then in Coloring Heaven Ink House Storybook Special, you can also get the Ink House by Rory Dobner, the original book. And in here there are some pictures of owls in them. Again, I forgot to put tags in here. So you've got this owl, and he will feature earlier on in the book, but just find him. There's another owl. I'm not sure if there's more. Here you go. There's another owl. And I think that is all the owls. Yeah, so those are the owls in Rory Dobner's Ink House. In Lazy Sunshine Christmas with Sunshine Tots, I have this page here, and then we've got this page here as well. So just some very cute little owls, or they could be baby penguins. I don't know, depends on how you interpret it. I could either be really, really wrong, or I think it's just the eyes. It reminds me of owls, but yeah, so I'll let you decide. In Christine Caron's Fairy and Fantasy 2, there is 1 page here with an owl. Not that one, it's this one. So here you've got mom and baby with an owl. And this is also snow, so you could tick off snow. And coloring a book with whose artist starts with the letter C. So some other challenges you could combine. And then in Clara Markova's book, Magical Delights, I have 1 page in here, this page. I most likely would end up doing this page because I really do want to keep coloring in this beautiful book. I really do like the paper, I like the artwork, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Okay, so moving on, we now look at coloring a page representing Christmas or Halloween. So again, your coloring options really are any coloring book you have with Christmas themes. So things that come to mind: Lizzie Mary Cullen's Christmas book, Joanna Basford's Christmas book. Then there is all of the Creative Haven Christmas books. You've got the Coloring Heaven Christmas books. There are quite a few other ones available online. I would obviously then also go into Escape to Christmas Past by Good Wives and Warriors, which I don't own, but I'm hoping by then I'd own it. Another one would be Lacy Sunshine and the Christmas Tots. And then for Halloween, again, any coloring book you have that lends itself towards Halloween, but I do have a couple of suggestions in my coloring books here, specifically Erie, Jasmine Beckett-Griffith, and Kanoka Igusa. So I'm just going to show you those pages, and then we'll move on to the last bit of our challenge list. Okay, so for Halloween, I'm going to just make a disclaimer. Personally, I don't do Halloween, so this part of the challenge is going to be a little bit tricky for me because I'm not 100% sure if I just allow myself to color in a Halloween image because it's part of a channel, or if I just ignore it altogether. However, this video is not about me and what I would do. It is about you, my lovely community, and I am aware that there are many of you who do enjoy Halloween. So I want to give you options out of the books that I have in my collection on pages you could do for Halloween. Obviously you can buy Halloween's themed books and that sort of thing. I don't have that in my collection, but what I do have, I'm going to share with you. So in Teresa Goodridge's Autumn Charm, there are a couple of pages here. So here the jack-o'-lantern reminds me of Halloween. I'm aware that it's a common thing people do is they make jack-o'-lanterns. You've got this one here, which is dedicated to Halloween. And then you've got this one here, which is the trick or treat. So those are three options for you straight out of Autumn Charm by Teresa Goodridge. Then by Kanoka Igusa again, Garden of Fairy Tale Animals, we have 2 pages. Here we've got this cute little cat all dressed up for Halloween, and then you've got a Halloween mandala here. So those are 2 options for you. In Kingdom of Curious Creatures or Minuet Debonair by Kanoka Igusa, we have this page here. It's the only page I could find in the book that has a Halloween feel to it, so that's that one. Great suggestion for you there. Then if we move on to Erie, Romantic Country, the second tale, I have one page I found for you, and that is this one. So there's your option there. And I'm sure it would be a lovely page to color in. And there's one of the pages in Jasmine Beckett-Griffith that reminds me, that shows how to color in the jack-o'-lanterns and have it illuminating. So if, you know, that would be a cool trick to really make those jack-o'-lanterns glow. Okay, so that's Romantic Country, the second tale. Then we've got Mythographic Voyage by Joseph Kattenbang, and I'm going to show you the page I most likely would do, and it is this page. So here you've got the pumpkins, they're oozing stuff out. She's got a book. It's not overly Halloweeny, but I think you could get away with it. So I most likely would end up coloring this page. And then finally, but not least, is Jasmine Beckett-Griffith. And here I did find quite a few pages for you. So there's this page here called The Scarecrow, which even in the write-up is an annual autumn and Halloween painting. Then we have in here, you've got Halloween Twilight. So there's another Halloween picture for you. And then the skeleton magic one here. So again, you could do the book challenge and the Halloween challenge all in one go. So those are my suggestions in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's coloring book. Next up, we have Color and Image from a pocket-sized book. So the two pocket-sized books I have is Reptiloids and 100 Hugs by Chris Riddle. Other options are Reptiloids, the second book, as well as Enchanted Faces by Hannah Lynn. I think Selena Fennick has pocket-sized books as well. So really, it's just anything about this size or even smaller that would count as a pocket-sized book. So check out your collection and see what you can find. And then we've got Color a Page representing the circus. So in Hannah Carlson's Midnight Masquerade, I found 1 or 2 pages here that I thought would work really well for the challenge. I just have to find them. Sorry, everyone. And so actually there's 3. So you could have this one. So it's a Christmas, a circus clown, not a Christmas, a circus clown. Then you've got somewhere here, possibly this one could do for a circus element. You could dress her up as a circus person, and then her cat's a circus as well. Here you've got this lady here with the tickets and the candy, so that could also be a carnival / Christmas theme going there. And then finally this girl swinging with the cat. I think it's quite Christmassy. Sorry, not Christmassy, circusy. Oh my goodness. So those are my suggestions out of Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. And then finally, Color a Page with tattoos. So for this part of the challenge, I have got 2 options for you. One is in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. And I don't have many suggestions, but just a few. And I try to tag them. So here you go. This double page spread, there's tattoo here. You could create that as a tattoo. This page here, there's tattoos here on her neck and her back. And then there's 1 page left. And it is these 2 girls. They're covered in tattoos. So that's another one. I know Hannah Lynn does have a book on tattoos as well, girls with tattoos. So that's another option for you. And then finally, in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's coloring book, I have got 2 options for you. And they're both pirates. So Pretty Pirate Polly is one option. And then right after her is Captain Molly Morgan with these small tattoos there. So those are the options out of Jasmine Beckett Griffith's coloring book. And that is the end of the coloring checklist challenge set out by Color and Chat with Sammie. So everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been quite long. I hope you've enjoyed the series. Do let me know your thoughts if you'd like to join me in trying to complete this challenge. It's not a goal for 2023, just something I'd like to try and dip in and out of. As always, do like, subscribe, comment below as it helps to support the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, everyone, take care. Bye for now.